We love you, baby. Take all us down. Yes, sir.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. I got a nice, crazy topic for the people. Shout out my man Prime Time in the building. He was in here early. Pause. He in the comments section. Are you talking crazy already? I ain't never get a chance to get to the topic yet. We ready. Shout out to the people, man. I want to let everybody know I love every single one of y'all, man. I just want, all jokes aside, I just want to let all y'all know sincerely, as much as I rise, I'm gonna try to bring as many people on as I possibly can. You understand? It's Flight Sports TV. We're giving back to the people. You understand? Let's do it together. It's Flight Sports. I just dropped the link. Listen, I got a crazy topic, man. I really want to talk about today how Lonzo Ball must separate from my man Brandon Ingram. I mean, enough's enough. I think the partnership has lasted a little way too long. I think it's definitely time to separate. Pardon me. Unique View asking 100 questions already. Where's Zoe going? I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, these guys, man, it hasn't really led to any type of postseason success. These guys have put up great numbers next to each other, but it comes a point in time where it's time to carve out your own niche. You understand? I think Lonzo Ball is way too attached and connected to these Los Angeles Lakers players, including Josh Hart as well. I like Josh, but my man Josh, I think definitely he might need to, possibly everybody need to go their own separate ways and do their own thing. I think it's time for Ingram possibly either to stay in New Orleans. If that don't work out, go his own separate ways. It's time for guys to split up and really figure out who's who out here and figure out who's gonna be the last man really standing in the end. So it is what it is. It's a race, not a marathon. We got all access decks in the building. Shout out Joseph. What's the deal?
How you doing there, brother?
Marathon. We got all access decks. I can't
What's
call
good?
it.
What's good, Flight?
What's good, Joseph?
Yo,
This your first time on the show, right?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yo, where you calling from?
I'm originally from Queens.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I've been checking you out for a while, man. Your show is super dope, man. I just
appreciate it. So you already know where we're coming from. I'm from Long Island. You from Queens. You know the whole area then.
Absolutely. I know the
vibes, I'm from Hempstead. Man. Let them know. You ever been to Hempstead?
Of course, man. I live real close to Valley Stream.
Oh, okay. Oh, you out in Valley Stream?
Absolutely. So, you know how it is, man. But I did want to touch on the topic, man. But just before I start on that, you guys have an awesome channel, man. I love the content, love the consistency. Always have an impassioned group of different voices with different opinions. And it's really hard to find that these days. So I just wanted to say that before I went in. But I totally agree with what you're saying with Brandon Ingram, man. I do think that he is Lonzo's Achilles heel. He has to get away from him. Brandon just seems like he's allergic to passing the ball. He dribbles too much. And he just really, he really doesn't compliment Lonzo's game. I like Lonzo with Zion. I think they complement each other really well. But your boy Brandon Ingram, man, he dribbles.
Yeah, they've maxed out. I feel like they've hit their ceiling. Absolutely. You understand? I don't think they can get any better than what's going on right now. It's just it hasn't materialized into any real success.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying. These guys didn't do nothing. They've been hovering around the same situation they was up with LA. They was hovering around trying to get in the playoffs. They're in New Orleans. They're trying to get in the playoffs. They still in that same stuck in the mud situation. But I like B.I. He's a great player, but I just feel like Lonzo and B.I. I think it's time to separate and go their own separate paths because they've been together ever since they've got in the league, since summer league. You understand? They've been connected at the hip. You understand? So it's time for for both of them to carve out their own niche. That's all I'm saying, including Kyle Kuzma as well, because they like the Three Stooges. You understand? So it's like I think all three of them need to go their own separate paths instead of connecting and linking. That shit is over with.
Absolutely. You know, I don't think that Lonzo wins the Summer League MVP if Bi was playing. So I just
yeah, I ain't gonna discredit Beyond. They've had some decent, progress and you could say success, but it hasn't reached that real next level, and I'm not sure if it kind of ever will unless you get the right coach in there. But I just feel like they hit their ceiling. That's all.
Absolutely.
Rico, what's good?
What up, Flake?
What's good? We got DZ in the building.
What's good, Flake?
Yeah, man. So what's good, man? What's your thoughts, man? I keep going.
Let me say something, man. You gotta fire your topic, man. You always come up with new topics that nobody talks about, bro.
You're blind. Listen, I got about 100 more topics just to pull out of thin air.
Yeah, man. But like, you're totally right about it. Like, I like Bi. Like, he's definitely become a great player. I think he continued on his trajectory from, his last season with the Lakers. I'm glad that he became the most improved. But the problem with Bi is that he doesn't connect with Zoe. He's always played ISO ball. And a lot of people like comparing him to KD, like calling him a baby KD. I understand the comparison, but I don't think their games are complementary, to be honest with you, because KD, at least he complements his players, the players that he plays with. You know what I mean? He doesn't take away. He's so efficient that he doesn't take away from the point guards that he plays with, like a Kyrie or Steph Curry and everything, But the thing is, though, Zoe needs to go to a team where, he's able to run the team and nobody else on that team has their own agendas and wants to get their own shots all the time. He needs to be the leading point guard. He needs to orchestrate the offense. The problem is at New Orleans is that you have, Zion and Bi that want to run the offense right now. And honestly, it's not working for Zoe. You cannot make him a 3-and-D player all the time. So that's how I look at it. I think
Brandon Ingram is pretty much making that. He's helping that cause of that 3-and-D situation too, because Bi, you can say whatever we want. We love Bi. He stops the basketball. You understand? Almost like Carmelo Anthony-esque in terms of stopping the ball back while Melo was in his prime, where you give it to Melo, the ball just dies in his hands. Pause. But the problem is Melo was a more efficient scorer. So Brandon Ingram, sometimes he's trying to get that mid-range floating shot, and most of the time that bricks. You understand? And it's time just to separate, and that's all. I can't say it no more.
Yeah, and Flight, I was going to even ask you, don't you think a lot of the points that Bi scores are like empty stats, like empty calorie points, pretty much?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm trying to explain to you. He hasn't.
I wouldn't say empty.
Are y'all serious right now? Did y'all not say him against Utah?
My man.
No, I'm not saying.
I won't say empty.
I'm not saying against Utah, but a lot of these, like last season, you can say that he's not really been a great effect on the offense.
I'm not talking about.
What?
What's you seem like you
I think this is bullshit right now. I think this is bullshit.
First
of all, saying that Bi that's an anti-calories is really like false, because first of all, who was carrying us this whole season on the offensive end? Zion and Bi. Like, I'm a Lonzo fan, but I'm not gonna cap over here on Bi's name. Like, I'm not.
I didn't say that they're all empty calorie points. I'm not saying that, but sometimes it feels like he has empty calorie points on these points. That's all I'm saying.
What happens with the Pelicans is that when plays break down, they really force Zion to take a lot of bullshit shots. And it's not it's a lot of people dribbling, or we can say Bi ISOs a lot, because that's how he gets his rhythm. And people knew that before that. That people always knew that Bi was an rhythm scorer and he needs to dribble the ball to score. But there's a lot of players on that team who dribble the ball for 5 seconds. Look at the shot clock, are like, oh shit, there's only 8 seconds left. Give Bi the ball.
I'm here.
Yeah.
That like, and he's still shooting. I'm gonna tell you right now, with all the bullshit he goes through,
with the trash spacing.
So I'm not gonna call him inefficient either.
People that can't shoot. Yeah.
Okay.
When if you look at it, it's amazing what Bi and Zion is doing with this trash team. It's amazing because
no.
To be efficient the way they are with this type of spacing is I'll say that.
No.
One at a time.
To be that efficient with this type of spacing.
Exactly. With this type of spacing.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Y'all mixing it
to
up.
the basket.
Let Ray speak for a second. What's up, Ray?
Y'all mixing it up. Bi and Zi is getting their numbers. They doing their thing. Bi, for the topic wise, Bi has to separate from Lonzo just for the fact that they should have done something. Should have clicked better. You know what I'm saying? And it's not clicking. They're clicking off the court, but they're not clicking on the court. And they ball out when Bi's balling out and Zion's balling out. But if you watch Bi, it's literally like, yo, Zoe, give me the ball. Or he gets frustrated real quick. Man, he gets frustrated if he's not getting the ball. So he needs to be on a team where he can really just be him and do his thing, take over a team.
Right.
Like Orlando.
Anybody that could just take over a team.
But they won't win.
Literally, that's where his mentality is at right now.
Well, hold on, we got Dex in the building. Dex, man, he was the first guy in here. Dex, what's good?
Yeah, salute to the panel and everybody that's in the chat. Well, one thing you have to understand about Bi is that he said in several interviews that he wants to be great. So in order for Bi to be great, somebody has to be sacrificed.
Yep.
Because on the journey to greatness, you kind of have to have a tunnel vision. Mm-hmm. And it's like, like when a rocket takes off, and go into space, right? There's a lot of turbulence and a lot of debris falls off. So Bi is like that rocket going into space where a lot of turbulence, a lot of shaking going on, a lot of disagreement on how, he approached the game and what he do while he within the game. But he's looking at getting into that stratosphere where everything is smooth. Right. And right now, the Pelicans is going through that aspect where the debris is falling off. Like Zion is angry. Okay. Yeah. I mean, upset, not angry, but upset. Zoe's getting ready to leave. Right. JJ Redick.
Right. And some of Zoe's coming off is that debris because Bi probably wants Zoe to
okay, let me finish this.
To be there. But listen, let me tell you something. But Zoe, the only reason he wants Zoe to be with him is because he knows that Zoe is going to pass him the ball every single fucking time. That's it.
Yeah, we're gonna get around to that.
But that don't mean he don't care about Zoe's development or Zoe's stats or anything. He don't care about his stats. I promise you.
So like I'm saying is that debris is falling off as Zion is angry. I mean upset, and Zoe is about ready to leave. Then they traded off a lot and not signed some shooters that they should have signed, like a Frank Jackson. So they let him go. That's part of the debris. And then they bring in Bledsoe and they bring in Adams, who's clogging up everything but not being too much effective besides setting the screen. So Bi can't really cook the way he really want to cook because a lot of his cooking is, the little mid-range and then taking it to the rack. Either you're going to dunk it or you're going to stretch out with that George Gervin finger roll. But if Zion needs the paint and Adams need the paint, then it's very hard for him to be that greatness that he said that he wanted to be in all of the interviews and coming into the Pelicans. So that's why BI is kind of frustrated and selfish because things is not going his way. And Lonzo is just basically like, all right, go for it, y'all. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? So you have Zion needs the ball. Brandon Ingram needs the ball. Bledsoe wants the ball because Bledsoe's trying to prove that he's not washed. Coming from a winning team to a losing team. So he want to prove that, oh, man, Milwaukee made a mistake. So you have all these players basically fighting over the ball, and it shows in game time that the chemistry is just warped. It's not even a cohesive unit. So the mindset of BI is, I don't care what y'all going to do, I'm going to be great. That's my mission, to be great. So when I saw that interview and how he was explaining himself, and I was like, oh, wow, okay, I get it now. You feel me? So BI feels that he's just on a mission. It ain't about anybody coming with me. I'm on a mission. If you come, you come. If you don't, you don't. I'm just going to do me. And BI said, I'm going to do me and you should do you. That's what he said in the interview.
That shit literally spot on. Like what you just said, like everything you said was right. Because you need to find a right. You need.
What's going on, fam? This the Pope out here. So what I feel on the topic, man, Lonzo definitely can't play with a guy like BI. He needs the ball too much. He's selfish with his. Lonzo need those free-flowing type of guys.
But they was both a good fit last season before
they
Zion
were a
got
good ass fit,
bro.
Is that?
That's
The
problem
is that
bro, y'all want him to go to the Lakers, and y'all over here talking about
they moved.
BI.
The problem
Come on,
is that they moved Lonzo to the third ball handler instead of the second or first. That's the problem. Because now they're running point Zion, so even BI ain't getting the normal touches he got, which puts more stress on Lonzo.
They was running that thing last year because Alvin Gentry.
Tell me.
Exactly,
bro.
And now you have point Zion trying to do all of this, and it's messing up the offense. I'm not going to blame you guys.
Rico, tell me this. How come it was no different when they were playing with Alvin Gentry? It was still the same thing. Still the same issue.
No, it wasn't. They were very well together last season.
No, what he's saying, what I think you mean by the same thing, because BI was still, I don't know why, too. I don't know why these coaches did that, because even from Luke Walton to Alvin Gentry, when they first got up over there on the Pelicans, Alvin Gentry did have BI bringing the ball down a whole lot, way too much, more than he needed to, and facilitating the offense and dribble shit. And later on, what Alvin Gentry didn't stop was that freestyle flow. When they got on that break and that fast break, Lonzo get the ball, you can throw that bitch all the way down to Zion. That was no problem. But BI do like Rav said, or he chasing greatness. He ain't trying to. He trying to get his numbers. That's his main thing, is get numbers. You can tell by the way he play. His motherfuckers be wide open.
Yeah, listen. I said it before. Listen, Rico, I think you're misunderstanding.
He's averaging 5 assists a game. Y'all talking like he's averaging 2. He passes.
No. No one said BI ain't balling.
I didn't say I'm not talking about
Zion. You're gonna get about 53 on the state.
But we're talking about BI's.
You don't be a ball hog and average 5 assists.
Listen, you're misunderstanding the BI's mentality. I've seen literally Lonzo for a wide open cut. BI said, "Fuck this! I'm a ball hog and make a contact layup on 2 people." He made it. Yeah, that's BI. Yeah, he did. No, I'm telling you, I see Lonzo wide open cut, and he saw. No, I see on BI did it too. I see BI.
That's normal basketball. That's normal basketball. That's normal basketball. Everybody misses basketball. Yes, it is.
Let's be honest with you. That's what I'm saying.
I've watched CP3 miss people cutting. Like
no, bro,
that happens.
No, BI has a mentality of I'm going to get mine. That's what you're missing. BI's doing his thing. Ain't nobody discrediting what he does. But he got the mentality he gonna get his.
He's a good player.
He has to.
There's a difference between.
That's why they gotta separate. You're saying he has to. That's why we gotta separate. Zoe gotta do his thing. Zoe needs to go do his thing. Zoe can't be with BI when BI is in this mode of I'm a dude get mine.
I'm not saying that we don't. I'm saying they have to separate because Zion is there. If it was just them two, they would be just fine. Because Lonzo was force-feeding BI last season.
You're capping.
BI was getting all his touches, and he wasn't playing no different.
Last season, BI was doing his thing, getting his touches, but he still had a mentality of I'm going to get mine.
No, he didn't.
Trust me.
Yes, he did, bro.
If BI had a different mentality, if BI could,
y'all make it sound like he's really mellow in flight. I blame that on you because when it comes to ball stopping, he's nothing to Melo.
He's not.
Melo was no, bro.
No, I'm not bringing up no Melo. I'm not bringing up no Melo.
If BI was more of a team player, they'll win more games. I can guarantee you that.
I promise God, yes.
They'll win more games. They'll win more games.
I don't know how many fadeaways BI
win more games.
I don't know how many missed fadeaways BI calls games.
The problem with you, Rico, with guys like Rico and SMG is that you guys are the same guys that keep on saying Zoe needs the ball, Zoe needs to be the orchestrator of the team. But you guys will cap for other players that are detriment to his progress on the team, and that's what we're saying. If BI was more, let me finish what I'm saying. If BI was more of a team player, trust me, they'll win more games. And wait until next season. If Zoe is not with the team, I want to see what the difference is between. If the Pelicans will win more games than this year. Let's see if they make the playoffs.
There's a difference between being a good
My bad, y'all. I had to step away from the mic.
It's a big difference.
God.
I'm sorry, what you said? There's a difference between what?
Being a good player and being a winning player.
Exactly.
It's two different players.
I think
Russell Westbrook is a very good player, but he's not a winning player.
Yep.
BI, I swear to God, on everything I love, if BI dropped 50 and lost, he would be happy because he dropped 50.
Nah, BI is not that guy.
What? Right. Where did you get this from?
When have you seen BI happy after a loss?
After a loss,
what? That's
when you
not
see
what
BI.
Hold on one second. BI, hold on one second, panel. One thing about BI, hey, yo, my brother. One thing about BI, when you look at BI, you don't know what his emotion is. Because BI is kind of stoic.
BI is always even killed. He's always
he's a very even killed stoic type person. So you really don't know if he's upset or if he's really elated.
Come on.
I don't think it's happy. Like I don't think it's happy when he loses. I just think that if he scores 50 points, that's the thing. My point is he can score 50 points and they can still lose the match. I mean,
we wouldn't know because the only time he scored close to 50,
he won't be happy, bro.
BI is not BI.
He scored 49.
You have to win matches. You cannot just score 50 points and expect to win matches. It's got to translate into winning numbers. And
his career high is 49 in a win against Utah.
Dude, you're missing one game. 49.
No, you're saying if he scored 50, it would be in a loss. I'm saying the only time he took that many shots was in a win to score 49.
Bro, but you're talking
Diaz
about
not the type he's going to try to score 50 every game. That's not him.
You're talking about scoring. You're talking about scoring and his greatness.
Okay.
We're not talking about his scoring and greatness. We're talking about him being a team builder or being a teammate. I've seen this dude.
What I'm saying is it sound like he doesn't shoot and he doesn't shoot that much.
Winning plays, man.
I've seen this dude. I've seen BI double team. Time going down. He hit Yak in a contested shot, damn near airball.
I've never seen
at the same time, the kid
never seen
a contested airball.
like
now we're dragging it. Okay.
Look,
I'm not dragging it, bro. I'm not dragging.
Nobody's dragging it, bro. You're the one dragging it because you're coming up with
You're
points
talking about a man
don't
who
make
shoots
sense. Let's be honest with you.
47% like he's hurting people.
There you go. There you go. There you go
inefficient.
again. Talking about his
Like he's
greatness.
You keep on talking about
We're
him
not talking about his
individually, bro.
greatness. That's what you're missing. We're not talking
No,
about
I'm
his
not.
greatness.
What I'm saying is, y'all not understanding. What I'm saying is, in this situation, no, it doesn't work because there's too many good players who need the ball.
Yeah.
But if it was just Lonzo and BI together, there would be no problem.
Yeah.
One would be the primary ball handler, which BI always defers to Lonzo when it's just them two. He always defers to Lonzo.
Yeah, but watch what.
And then it would be BI as the primary scorer. That's how that works. They already have it working. They were stepping on each other's toes because Zion was made the new point guard and the new number one option.
Okay, yes, that's right. That too, because Zion was named the point guard. That too. Even the old bro, even when BI and Zoe, it was just BI and Zoe, I still watch BI go to Zoe and like, nigga, hey, make sure these niggas give me the ball. That's a selfish attitude, bro.
Yes, because the people on the bench be trying to shoot more than BI.
Too, bro. He did it.
But you ever hear Lonzo? Lonzo said, "I'm going to get BI. BI's rolling. He's getting the rock." All right. So BI is a scorer. You know what I'm saying? The only thing BI doesn't do is make game winning. He doesn't make the winning plays. He doesn't pass out the double team.
That's right.
He forces it up. BI is not wrong with BI's game. Right. He has to learn that part of his game, just like MJ.
That's very accurate, my brother. That's very accurate.
You know what I'm saying? So
and that's why they consider exactly, brother. To add on to what you just said, this is why they attribute Brandon Ingram statistics to empty calories. Because when it comes down to the crunch, his IQ is not where it should be if you're going to be a great player and you're on a journey to greatness.
Exactly.
And plus he lacks on defense. Even though he probably could be a good defender because he's very long, he's agile, he's athletic. So he can be. He has the attributes to be, but he doesn't have the traits. It's not in him to exert that much energy on defense because he's looking to be more potent on offense, and that hurts BI as well as far as in the conversation of being a very, very good and outstanding player.
Yeah,
and I expect Zion and BI to have a perfect defensive performance together. Because Zion playing defense, jumping off the backboard, and BI, he's long and tall and everything, 6'9". He should be able to play decent defense, and he has some speed on him. And Zoe, I thought they were going to be pretty good on defense, but I guess not. So
trust me,
Ray, Zion came in playing defense. You know that, right? He did come in playing defense. Then all of a sudden he stopped.
That's
what I stopped because him and BI is competing.
Yeah,
they're exerting so much energy on offense. All right, so just look how hard it is for them dudes to get a bucket, especially when BI he gets to dribbling, he tries to get to his spots. You notice BI spots is elbow to elbow. That's what they drive. You know what I'm saying? So that exerts a lot of energy, especially big man. You know what I'm saying? He's steadily driving to the hoop. So that energy they're exerting on offense, it translates to them not playing good defense.
And also, don't let Griffin off the hook, because when BI won Most Improved Player, one of the reasons why and this is the intricacy, one of the reasons why he was able to win Most Improved Player is because the middle of the Hornets offense was open. It was like a gaping hole because Favors was kind of in and out the lineup. You know what I'm saying? Because he was dealing with his issues, and Jackson Hayes, he just didn't know how to play. So he basically just kind of stayed out the way on offense.
Brandon Ingram used to play the 4. They play the same.
So Ingram had the whole middle to himself to help improve on his game.
He's on the Pelicans to score the basketball. I don't know what y'all think Brandon Ingram's supposed to do. He's on the Pelicans to score the basketball. So saying he's selfish.
We agree.
Bro, they acting like Brandon Ingram should put the team on his fucking back.
We agree. We agree he's supposed to score the basketball. We agree.
I don't understand how he gets in the way.
No, bro. He doesn't. But you gotta, bro. His IQ goes down in the fourth quarter.
It's a coach, bro.
No,
come on, okay. Hold on. I'm asking you a question. Hold on, SMG, Dave. Hold on, SMG, Jave, and Rico. I'm asking you a question. Does BI or BI not in fourth quarter look like his IQ just goes down in the fourth quarter, clutch moment.
No, that's what I mean. He's up and down.
Rico,
He's inconsistent.
you're watching different
You can say
games,
he's
bro.
inconsistent, but you're not going to say in the fourth quarter he's always trash.
Did I say that? Did I say that?
Yes.
You
said I'm not going to say in the fourth quarter.
Okay. Did I ever say B.I. is trash? I never said
that. No, what you're saying is in the fourth quarter he makes bad, making bad decisions with the basketball. That's not playing good.
Bad decisions, bro.
Okay, and I'm not going to sit here and say it's all the fourth quarter. I've seen him be up and down.
As if we're saying he's trash, bro. That's
not what I'm saying.
Yes,
what I'm saying.
You're like we're calling these dudes trash.
You guys are making it sound like he's choking in the fourth quarter, like he doesn't do nothing that goes up.
No, the thing is,
he's up and down. That's what I'm telling y'all. He's inconsistent. You can say he's inconsistent. Yes, you're not going to say in the fourth quarter he plays like a role player. No, you're not saying
that. I didn't say any of that.
Yes, you did.
I said his IQ goes down, bro.
So what does IQ go down to? Ray, tell me
exactly. What does it go down to?
IQ goes by not hesitate, not rushing in the moment, not getting all excited about the moment.
Taking ill advice.
No, hold on, bro. I'm not fucking done. I'm not fucking.
You're not gonna sit here and say B.I. rushes for anything. He plays at his own speed the whole game.
Nigga, it's about reading the floor as well.
And he does that.
And you get double team.
He doesn't.
I watched this nigga do a whole fucking fadeaway on two niggas, bro. When there was people open, bro.
You need to look. Y'all need to explain it correctly. Y'all can say someone is inconsistent where they are up and they are down. You can say that. You're not going to sit there and say somebody who has multiple fourth quarter like clutch performances cannot do what you're saying he can do.
Bro, he's being consistent.
And this is one of the big things about BI as well, is because by them paying BI all that money, my brothers, by them paying BI all that money, he feels the necessity to come through in the clutch, and sometimes he just might overdo it.
He has the green. Yep, they paid him that money. He has the green light. It's his ball in the last minute.
I agree with you. It's one thing though. It's one thing getting the green light and making the shots, and one thing not doing it and doing it inconsistently.
But that's where
not everybody does it consistently.
That's what we're talking about.
And that's
the biggest NBA myth ever told.
That's when
most clutch players all the time don't shoot consistent in the clutch.
Let me finish what I'm saying. He's not completely trashing these moments. He's clearly shown that he's able to, show up in these moments. He's just got to be a bit more consistent with it. And that's it. And he's got to be more of a team player, because once you're a team player and you're able to play within the system, then guess what? You're able to win more games. That's how you win championships.
Can you tell me what within the system for the Hornet for the Pelicans is?
Bro, when
what is their system?
Bro. Okay, BI's all-star, right?
No, what is their system? Because they haven't even established an identity as a team yet.
That's the question that
BI has played in this system since the Lakers. All right, Luke Walton has.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, well, exactly, and he's still the same player.
The reason why BI plays point guard somewhat now is because Lonzo got injured and Luke Walton had no other choice.
Stop it, man! Lonzo.
I'm not blaming him. I'm telling you what happened. I'm telling you what happened.
It was still the same.
Luke Walton literally said, "I'm going to put BI at point guard because they had nobody else who could handle the ball." And from that point on, BI said, "I like playing point guard. I'm learning how to pass and see the floor more." That's exactly what happened. And from that point on, teams started giving him more and more touches to expand his game.
Honestly, my brother, hold on 1 second. You kind of right, but you're glossing over something. And what you're glossing over is that Magic wanted BI to experience playing point guard before Lonzo even got there.
Yeah.
Because he knew he was getting rid of D'Lo. See, D'Lo was on his way out. He was done. So Magic wanted, since Brandon Ingram was so athletic and agile, Magic wanted to experiment with Brandon Ingram playing point guard since the Lakers was trash anyway. You know what I'm saying? And so he did towards the end of that season, right before Lonzo even came to the Lakers. Brandon Ingram plays a little point guard. So that next season when Lonzo came, they already knew that Brandon Ingram was capable if necessary. So it didn't happen during the season of Lonzo. It happened the season before, towards the end of the year.
No, it happened. Yeah, Luke Walton was saying he wanted to play him, but it wasn't until that stretch where he got.
It was Magic idea, not Luke Walton.
What I'm saying, it wasn't until Luke Walton gave him those pivotal minutes, actual minutes in the beginning of the season to start. He was getting garbage time minutes at the end of the season.
Hey, Rico, let me ask you something,
okay,
Rico. Can I ask you something, Rico?
Go ahead.
You know basketball, right? I'm sure you know basketball since you're speaking about it. I'm a BI fan. I love BI since Duke. You feel me? Like that Duke my squad when it comes to college. But the Duke, he do play silly. He do play ISO ball a lot. You can't play ISO ball with Lonzo Ball. You can't play that. The ball got to move. Ball got to move. And now that's also the coach's fault. It's not all BI fault.
Thank you.
Because BI got his game. He developed his game for sure. Because his first 2 years, he was looking poopy.
He was a disappointment. He was a disappointment.
He was definitely, he was lighting the ass and he was looking poopy. So he got his game up. He built this shit up and he wanted to showcase. Especially, he got traded and all of that, yada yada. But he is a ball stopper. That is known.
That's true.
That's
I got something to say, bro. Also, Brandon Ingram, you was talking about how he was thin and stuff, skinny. I give Brandon Ingram credit. He got stronger and like he always attacks the basket. Like for some reason, he always attacking the goddamn paint. I gotta give B.I. that. I like B.I. I just think it's time for them to separate and go their own separate ways.
Most definitely. Hey, he is an animal. That's what I'm saying. He's an animal.
I want to say, if anybody was trying to get in the chat, try to join again. I was getting me something to eat real quick, man. I just stepped away from the mic. But anybody try to join? My bad. SMG. It took like a few minutes.
But Flight, you made a good point there. You made a good point about Brandon Ingram attacking the basket, and that's why I said earlier, don't let David Griffin off the hook, because with the moves that David Griffin actually did last season, actually thwarted Brandon Ingram's growth. It caused Brandon Ingram to be more of not just an ISO player, but more of just a jump shooter. Because like you said, Brandon Ingram did have that aggressive mentality to attack the basket and will dunk on you.
Brandon Ingram reminds me of a taller Westbrook, bro. Like he's stupid.
What?
He played dumb. He plays dumb.
I would put like
he don't get no rebounds though.
He don't play dumb, man. He's learning the game.
But you're gonna sit there and ask me if I know basketball.
He don't play dumb. He's learning the game.
Man, he plays dumb, man. The boy don't play smart basketball.
I wouldn't compare him. I wouldn't compare him to Russell Westbrook.
Here we go.
Nah, but listen,
Dude, 24 years old, he's averaging 25.
How does B.I.
His skill set is there. His skill set is there.
Listen,
his like Ray said earlier. Ray's there on the head. His IQ, his basketball IQ, is not up to par where it should be. All that he's still learning, that's bullshit. He should be smarter than how he plays. His game,
the
Pelicans
have the spacing of a team from 2002.
No. It was ridiculous, bro. Hold on. What is wrong with B.I.'s basketball IQ? Where does it go?
It's silly.
Exactly.
Look at it.
Saying B.I. is a
bad
basketball.
If you watch it,
No,
come on,
B.I. has 24, 5, and 5.
Stop capping.
What does 24, 5, and 5 have to do with
Right, we ain't talking about stats, sir. I ain't talking about stats. Look at the decisions he made.
IQ has to do with decisions.
Let me talk. Can I
Bro,
talk?
what do you mean? But that's what IQ is. I don't know who said that. Hold on.
I'll let you know what it means. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know what IQ is definitely decision making. It's about how the fuck you make decisions out there.
Hey, bro, you can't sit up here and say that Lonzo's improving and B.I. ain't improving. The dude is improving.
No. Skill set. Hold up.
So what's B.I.'s next step? What's B.I.'s next step? Make the game winning right play. That's his next step to his game. Pass out the double team.
What?
He's the taller Westbrook.
That's his next
He's the
step,
taller
bro.
Westbrook, man.
Bro,
That's all he is.
He's correct.
He's
He's right about
He's
that.
never gonna win. He always gonna put up stats.
Bro, the dude just turned 24. Y'all just talking about
Don't
the
put up stats, bro.
because y'all don't like it, bro. The dude just turned 24. He's averaging 25 and 5. He's an all-star.
I'm not
The next
tripping
step to
on
his
stats.
game
Yes,
is
he
being
nice.
smarter.
You will have no argument with me. And he's a bucket. He can go get you a
And
bucket
the next game, the next
inside,
step to his game
outside.
is getting
He
smarter.
can get you a bucket, but
So once he passes out
He's
the
a
double team
bucket.
and start scoring
I
some
must
buckets,
not be hearing
then
what I'm saying. The boy,
what
the boy
Get a
doesn't play
bucket.
smart
Everybody can get a
basketball.
bucket in the NBA.
What you're saying
that's all right. That's his next step.
Get a win.
Just
You know?
like when
Okay,
they say, like
I'll
Lonzo
here we go.
Ball.
I'll
Here we
say
go.
he's not a
B.I.
Westbrook.
B.I. is a poor man's Carmelo
Yo, one
Anthony.
at a time.
Knock it off.
Okay, bro. Come
He's
on,
a
man. The
poor
dude is
man's
24 years
Carmelo
old, bro.
Anthony.
Come on, man. Y'all got to be fair.
No, he can't be. How is he going to be a poor man Carmelo Anthony if he don't play with his back to the basket?
He do. Sometimes, listen, B.I. do it all.
Sometimes.
You got him twisted.
B.I. ain't got no
But
weakness
isn't
in
that-
his offensive
And that's
game.
what makes him a
Is it?
poor man. Because he
Don't say that. Don't say
we
that.
can't
Don't
compare
say
them to
that.
The
Melo.
only weakness
Yeah.
he got is he don't pass out
Melo,
the double
hold
team.
on one
and force
second.
the
Wait a
shots.
minute. Let's go back.
Once
Wait a
he
minute.
pass
Hold on,
out the double
brother.
team and
Let's
force
go
the
back.
shots,
Let's
he has
go
no
back
weakness,
to being
bro,
a
in his
poor
game.
man Carmelo Anthony. Let's chop that up a little bit. How is he a poor man Carmelo Anthony since you said it? How? Explain.
Because he can get you
Because
a bucket.
apparently he's
He's a
never gonna
threat on
win.
offense. He's a liability on defense. Hold on. Let me tell you how. He can get to the basket. He get to his spot anywhere he wants. Carmelo Anthony get to his spot anywhere on the floor. He got that type of game. He efficient on offense, but he plays dumb basketball. Carmelo plays dumb basketball.
How does he play dumb basketball, bro?
Because
If you don't know by watching, I'm not about to be your teacher. Listen, I'm not gonna teach you on this podcast. All I can tell you, if you don't know by watching, maybe you're a dumb basketball player.
Let's be honest. Has Melo won a championship? No, he hasn't won a championship.
And
Melo is a good player.
You gotta watch how you're talking about Carmelo Anthony.
So now because you haven't won a championship, that means you play dumb basketball.
Listen.
I don't agree with him being a poor man's Carmelo Anthony. I don't agree with that.
Listen.
Carmelo, when I say poor man's Carmelo Anthony, Carmelo Anthony is a future Hall of Famer. See, hold on.
Exactly.
Y'all get shit twisted. When I said poor man's Carmelo Anthony, I'm not dissing Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony is the future Hall of Famer. No. What I'm telling you is, right, okay, so answer me this. So hold on, smart guy. Will B.I. ever be as good as Carmelo Anthony?
We don't fucking know. He's 24, 25, bro.
No, see, exactly, because you're a dumb basketball player. Were you telling me from what you see of B.I. right now, you think he on a page of doing what Carmelo Anthony has done?
He can't surpass Carmelo Anthony.
Not. Man, that's your answer. Hell no, he not. He's a poor man, fucking Carmelo Anthony.
Just because you're hollering don't make you right.
They don't even play. They don't even play
They don't even play alike.
That's the funny part.
Oh my God, they both aggressive. What do you mean they don't play alike?
So everybody who's aggressive plays like Carmelo.
Carmelo. Okay, hold on one second. Carmelo Anthony gives you rebounds, and Carmelo Anthony gets you points. Okay, Brandon Ingram gets you points, and Brandon Ingram gets you assists.
So you trying to tell me 6'10" Brandon Ingram can't get you rebounds?
He get rebounds, man.
He can get
rebounds. He get rebounds. Can he get you buckets on the inside? Hold
on one second.
When you force the double team,
Josh Hart get you rebounds. So we ain't talking like that. Carmelo Anthony giving you big rebounds.
Man can't get a rebound.
Hold on, Pope. Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up.
With the worst spacing
in the league. Listen, one thing about Carmelo Anthony. Okay, 1 second. Hold on. Yes, but one thing about Carmelo Anthony giving you mega numbers. Brandon Ingram's not giving you no mega numbers.
That's why I said
he's giving you cool numbers.
That's the whole definition of poor man.
Okay, let me finish.
Anthony.
Okay, let me finish. Carmelo Anthony led his team to the playoffs and the Western Conference Finals.
We call him a poor man.
Brandon Ingram not even sniffing none of that.
Oh Lord, did he do that when he was 24? Did y'all just was
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, sir. He did it before 24.
Listen, why is it when a person compares somebody? I'm not saying he needs to have it done exactly the same thing as Carmelo Anthony. I'm not saying he should. I said he's a poor man's Carmelo Anthony. That's
okay.
it.
If you're gonna say that, Pope, if you're gonna say that, then it's a whole bunch of small forwards of poor man Carmelo Anthony.
Exactly.
That's not true because everybody can get a bucket. Every small forward ain't a bucket. DeAndre Hunter ain't no poor man's Carmelo Anthony. Brandon Ingram
what about John Collins?
Hold on. Carmelo Anthony is known for scoring, bro. He's a scoring machine. Whether he go inside or outside, he can post you. He can do however he get his shit is how he get his shit. All right. So Brandon Ingram the same way.
Ingram
he can get you inside. Hold on. Okay. Brandon Ingram can bust you inside, outside. He can bust your ass. He can get rebounds too. So he's just not as good as Carmelo Anthony. But listen what I'm saying to you about when I say poor man's Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony ain't never won shit. Brandon Ingram won shit. All he gonna do is go get buckets. That's it.
I got it.
He gonna be a guy to get buckets. That's it. Yeah. He ain't gonna never win no MVP.
But Carmelo Anthony. Wait a minute. What? Carmelo Anthony buckets led him to playoffs. You follow what I'm saying? As a youngster. I'm talking about young Carmelo Anthony. If you compare Carmelo Anthony at the same age as Brandon Ingram, he would have had leadership.
You're talking about the Carmelo Anthony with George Karl as the coach and Allen Iverson and Kenyon Martin and yada, so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's good. Brandon Ingram will never be close to Carmelo Anthony ever in his life.
Carmelo Anthony showed leadership. That's why they had to get Allen Iverson up out of there. Remember?
That's what a poor man
that was
means.
Carmelo Anthony team. You gotta do the whole story. They probably don't get along right now today because of what happened in Denver. Allen Iverson thought he could just come over to Denver and do his thing. Carmelo Anthony came through there and was like, listen, man, we ain't finna play with this here. We're going to win as a youngster. He showed leadership as a youngster. Brandon Ingram's not showing none of that.
I gave him that because B.I. can even, he going to get to averaging up there. He's going to be a scorer in this league, but he's not a smart player. He don't know how to use his team.
Bro, but you guys acting like he can't fix that. You acting like he can't pass.
I'm not, but we talking about 20.
You acting like he can't make the smart play.
My brother, no, we're not comparing. We're not comparing the future. We're not comparing the future. We comparing now. The topic is Lonzo Ball and B.I. need to separate now.
What? Yeah, y'all talk about Carmelo Anthony. That's why I'm lost.
We're talking about the now.
They gotta get
Carmelo Anthony, though, right?
They can't play together, man. They can't play together. They cannot win the championship together. They can't play on the
I can't allow that just to fly right now. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep B.I. in proper perspective. B.I. already said what he's about. Okay, his mindset is he on the road to greatness. And you do you, and I'm gonna do me. That's what he said in his own interview. You understand what I'm saying? So his mindset is focused on tunnel vision.
Awesome.
B.I. mindset is focused on tunnel vision. He already admitted that. He's not trying to share nothing.
I also heard him say that how much he wants Lonzo back on the team and how much he appreciates Lonzo sees things that nobody else sees on the court. So the guy knows what he sees.
And
no, hell yeah.
And just
B.I. is not the type to do no PR stunt. I'm sorry. Y'all not gonna say he's mad.
Why would you not want Lonzo? Why would you not want Lonzo?
Why would you say it's a PR stunt?
Lonzo.
Why would you say that? If it's
because when he's on the court, listen.
He wants to play with him.
You asked me a question, right? If anybody asked me the question about the PR stunt, right? Okay, if B.I. really felt that way, then we would make Lonzo feel more welcome on the court. He won't be passing Lonzo up open shots. Lonzo in the corner clapping his hands for the ball.
He didn't agree with how the coaches used them. He said that. He didn't agree.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you're on the court.
He didn't like how they was using Lonzo. He didn't agree.
Hey, listen, that's an excuse, homie. Homie, that's an excuse. That's an excuse.
No, it's not.
If you don't,
it's guarding the coach.
I can explain my position. Please, I can explain my position. The only reason why I said that's an excuse because once you're on the court, panel, my beloved brothers, once you're on the court, if you play basketball, everything you do ain't what the coach say do. Once you're on the court, you out there like, listen, man, I know what the coach said, but listen, we got to do this. If we want to get this victory out, we got to do this.
Yeah, but you're talking about 29 other teams. This is talking about David Griffin from the top of the building shooting down to the coaches.
I'm talking about the players on the court, my brother. The players on the court. If B.I. really felt that way, then B.I. would be more welcome with Lonzo on the court.
Writing your checks.
B.I. is. He defers to Lonzo.
Bro, I literally
It's
seen
he doesn't defer to Lonzo. He doesn't defer to Lonzo.
Dude, Rico, have you been watching the fucking games, bro?
Yes, I've seen plenty of times B.I. gets the ball.
No, he does not defer to Lonzo. B.I. do not defer to anybody.
Yeah, bro.
B.I. do not defer to anyone on that court.
That's what they
will have to call a timeout. Stan Van Gundy will have to call a timeout to get things back to what he wants to see out there.
Hey, that's one thing I can't say about B.I. He's had the short to get the ball just like Lonzo when it comes to his coaching.
They gave B.I. the green light to shoot whenever he's showing. That was out their mouth. All right,
that's B.I. team until Zion got there, right? Is that correct? That's B.I. team,
bro. All right.
Yes.
So
when they made that trade for Anthony Davis, B.I. had to be in the trade. He had to be. That was their number one priority, was to get Brandon Ingram to replace Anthony Davis.
But he went there and won most improved player. So off the
with
rip.
the help of Lonzo. Don't forget that. With the help of Lonzo. This is why Rico. Okay, remember this, Rico. Slow down. Remember this. When B.I. was given that award, that Kia Most Improved Player Award on TNT, remember last year, when he received that reward, they called his family, right? Well, actually, it was Miss Benson. It was Miss Benson. Miss Benson through the Zoom meeting. Miss Benson had Lonzo also on that line, and they called the family called Brandon Ingram to give him the award because he didn't know he won it. When his mom and pops was like, "Guess what, man? We got some news to give you," and he's looking like, "What y'all calling me for?" You understand what I'm saying? I mean, at least that's how it appeared to look. And then they announced that he was the most improved player. And B.I. said, "Thank you to my family," right? So when he said, "Thank you to my family," it was his personal family, Gail Benson and Lonzo Ball. So if Lonzo Ball is part of your family,
won the award, man. He still won the award.
No, we're not talking about that. We already know he got the award. We're talking about Lonzo Ball was there when he was given that award. That's what I'm trying to explain. Just like Miles Bridges was there when Melo got his reward.
What that mean?
Because they're supposed to be tight.
They are tight.
They are tight.
Right, they are.
On the court, this is what I'm trying to explain to you.
They've been playing together for 4 years.
Off the court is one thing, but when you get on the court,
have been next to each other for 4 years.
We understand that, but what I'm saying is that if you want a Zoom meeting with a player's family, you in, man, because players don't really get in like that. So you in. So if Lonzo in with B.I. like that, which I believe he is, they're really tight. But when you get on the court, like I told you earlier, Brandon Ingram mindset is that he's on the road to greatness. That's his mission.
But you know Lonzo's game, right? Lonzo is going to make Lonzo dribble right and pass it to him.
Exactly.
Lonzo's going to dribble right and pass it to him.
But this is where the IQ come in at. This is what we're arguing about, the IQ level.
That's why B.I. said he didn't like the way they ran the offense because he knows.
But that's cap. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Hold on, Dex. We got Hoop Jogging in the building. Shout out Hoop Jogging. Everybody go check out his channel. We over here talking about Lonzo Ball and how him and Brandon Ingram, I just think it's time to separate. You know, they done reached their ceiling. You know, I think they maxed out. And it's just time for them to go their own separate ways. You know, let me know if you agree. Nobody has to agree with me. If you disagree, I want to hear what you got to say. Keep going, Dex. My bad.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. On the basketball court is cap. That's all I'm saying. Not as friends. Not as brotherhood, not as family. On the basketball court, that's cap because regardless of how, remember when I'm gonna show you the difference. When Lonzo was out there when Zion made his debut, right? They was trying to bring Zion out the game. Alvin Gentry told Lonzo to call timeout. Lonzo waved him off like, "Nah, get out of here, man. We got this." And he kept feeding Zion the ball, despite whatever the coach was trying to do at the time, trying to get Zion out because his minute restriction. Lonzo was like, "Nah, man, we got the crowd. They hype. No, we finna do this." He disregarded Alvin Gentry. And the rest is history. He made, 7 3-pointers or something like that? So the rest was history. So when B.I. is out there talking all this stuff about Lonzo, when he out on the court, he's not showing that he's really believed that on the court.
At all?
Majority of the time, yes, because we see a lot of time the play might break down. Oh, don't laugh. We see the play might
I
break
didn't see
down,
him open,
and
he don't pass
and
the
right,
ball.
and he don't pass the ball. He
A
just go.
bunch of
He just
times.
put his head down and just go
A lot
for
of
it. If he
times.
turn it over, he turn it over. If he shoot it, he shoot it.
But
That's where the
don't you agree?
IQ come in at.
But don't you agree? That's the next evolution of his game. That's what he has.
We're not knocking that. We're talking about now. We're not knocking the next
that's what.
evolution.
All I'm saying is, if he improves those things, pass out the double team, make the smart.
I believe he can improve.
They can play together.
They can play together.
Hey, but
they can play together. But they can play together. But it hasn't led to no real success. And every year they're in the same situation, right outside the playoffs. Every goddamn year. How many times we got to hear the same story? You understand? I mean,
so are we gonna use the Lonzo had the worst coach in the league for his whole career?
Playing in the Western Conference. Tell me how many teams that's 25 and under, which they are, is going to make the Western Conference playoffs.
I mean,
Memphis did it.
No, I don't want to hear a play-in game. I don't want to hear a play-in tournament.
Come on,
who would make the playoffs?
Oh, you talking about the actual playoffs?
Yes, not the play-in, not the
in the Western Conference. In the Western Conference,
ain't nobody doing that in the West. Right. Come on, we have to be honest.
Then. That's a hard task.
And is Luke gonna make a playoff? Nah, Luke Walton ain't making no playoffs. Is Albert Gentry ever made the playoffs? Nah, he ain't made the playoffs. So we have to understand the systems that they've been in.
Right,
and
they have fuck coaches.
But what I'm saying is, when he said in his interview that he's on a mission to greatness, he didn't say, "I want to win a championship." You know, I want to be on a real good team, or et cetera, et cetera. It's more so about me. That's what he said he's on. You do you. I'ma do me. That's what he said out of his own mouth.
Greatness to me means championship, the best player. All that in one. That's greatness.
Is Charles Barkley a great player? Hold on one second, my brother. Hold on. Let's slow down. Let's chop this up. Is Charles Barkley a great player?
Yes.
Yes.
Is Carmelo Anthony a great player?
Yes.
Yes.
Is Karl Malone a great player?
Yes.
Yes.
What championship they got?
Okay, so that's what we're saying. You don't need a championship to be a great player.
So you don't need no championship to be a great player. That's my point. You don't need no championship to be considered a great player.
But when you look on the resume, championship and having that
one of the greatest players of all time didn't win a championship. You know who that is?
But if you ask any of those players, would they trade their left nut for a ring? They would.
I agree. Pause. But look, check this out. Do you know who one of the greatest players that never won a championship? One of the greatest players in NBA history that never won a championship. And he's beloved. He's a beloved brother. Nope. He's not beloved like that. You know who it is? Say that again?
Reggie Miller.
No, he's not beloved like that. He has a lot of Elgin Baylor.
Yeah, Elgin Baylor.
Elgin Baylor is one of the beloved NBA players of all time. He gave his heart and soul on the court. He was the Dr. J before Dr. J, the Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan.
Though,
but he's considered a great player, and he played the game right.
He retired.
I apologize, guys. I'm over here giving away my age.
You sure did. He retired. If he would have hung on, he would have got a ring. But he retired. But I'm just saying, when you go back through the histories of the NBA, you can see that a lot of things replay itself. So just because you're great, that don't mean you're a champion. Because Robert Horry got 7 rings? He got the most rings amongst modern players. And nobody considered Robert Horry great.
In the playoffs. Oh shit. He was great in the playoffs. That's about it.
Yeah, big game Big game Rob. Shit.
Big game Rob. Big shot Rob.
Big shot Rob. You know what I'm saying? Yes, so sometimes we just got to be careful on what we say, because a lot of times we get rattled in our emotions and we just start spewing out stuff. But then when you really chop it up, that's why I'll be like, slow down, let's chop it up. Because I know you mean well when you speak it. You ain't out here trying to be like trash. You know what I'm saying? I know you mean well, but just slow down and make sure whatever you're thinking, that's what you're saying, because this is being recorded.
All I'm saying is that dude BI, if he learns, the next step to his game is passing out the double team, making the right basketball play. He learns that.
Elevate his IQ.
He learns that. What weakness does he have in his offensive game?
Exactly. Like I totally agree with you. That's what I'm saying. He's got to.
That would make him a winning player. When he starts doing that would make him a winning player.
Yes, sir.
He's got to take that next step in order to do that individually as a player. Then, nobody's gonna complain about how the type of player that he is. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he's got to make these sort of improvements. But I think at this time right now, just staying on topic, I think him and Zoe have to kind of go the separate ways, because I understand from Bia's point of view, he just signed a max contract last season, and he's got to get his own, and I think the topic will be between him and Zion, like, because those are two guys that are now the cornerstones of the franchise. So it'll be pretty interesting how that goes. I honestly think that.
Yes, sir, brother.
I can't hear what this dude is saying.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I kind of heard what he's saying, but
you hear me?
Yeah, I kind of heard what he was saying. Yeah. I kind of heard what he's saying, but what he failed to realize is this also about BI. My brother just spoke. What you failed to realize also about BI was when BI got drafted to the Lakers. Remember, he was supposed to be the franchise, right? When BI got drafted, he was supposed to be the franchise because he was heralded as the next Kevin Durant coming out of college. Then Lonzo came the very next year and usurped whatever BI was coming into. So Lonzo took all that fame from BI. You understand what I'm saying? So the franchise moved more towards Lonzo and away from Brandon Ingram. So then they end up getting traded, right? BI have a breakout year. He had a breakout year with Lonzo rookie year, and then they end up getting traded the next year with LeBron. Then he goes over to the Pelicans and they promise him the keys. This is your team. This is your franchise, Brandon. It's all on you. And all of a sudden they get the number 1 pick, and now Zion is coming with all his hype. So how you think BI is feeling?
Yeah, and listen. BI needs that LeBron thing where LeBron had the Cavaliers and everybody was like, "Hey, we're following the leader." You know what I'm saying? And
Rave, hold on a second. Yeah, we got this dude Mo in the building.
Right.
What's going on?
Go ahead.
What's up?
Yeah, this your first time on here, right? Pause.
Yeah, I've been in the stream a couple times.
So you've been on here?
Yeah, I've been in your streams a couple times.
Okay, cool. No, have you ever been on the channel?
No.
Yeah, where you from?
Texas.
Texas. Okay, shout out to Texas, my man. Hoop Dragon from Texas. Yeah, what's going on, man? Talk to us.
I just came to listen in. I wanted to join the conversation last couple streams. I just didn't know how.
Okay. Today. Well, you been listening? Have you been listening? Or you need to get put on game.
I've been listening. I've been. I was at the last one when I don't know who to do with the. I think like a bird in his profile. He was screaming about how a bunch of people weren't good. But
talking about trash.
Yeah, right? He was calling people trash that weren't trash.
Yeah. He.
That guy is
very wrong. Yeah, something's right wrong about that guy. Something wrong. Yeah. Anyways, I think BI needs that LeBron format where he goes to Cavaliers and it's his home team, and everybody's like, okay, we're going to follow your say so. You know what I'm saying? Because BI is in that moment like, I want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. And BI wants to be that. He wants to be great. Get that MVP. I get it. So that's why Zoe and him just has to separate.
So where does Lonzo go where that's not going to be?
For one, I think Lonzo needs to.
There you
what
go.
Happened?
There you go. I was waiting for that damn team to pop up.
You already know that. Go back and look at the tapes. Go look at the tapes.
Too.
Go look at the tapes. It's on tape.
My ninja keep saying that.
I'm facing.
But where can he go that he's not gonna have that? All right, I got to give it up to this guy.
No. And the difference is though.
Give it up.
No. He can give it up. There's no problem. What I'm saying is with Zoe, right now he needs to build up on his accolades. I'm hoping him and LeBron can get a championship in LA, and then 3-4 years he can play with his brothers.
So this the thing.
With Hornets right now.
This the thing with Zoe. Zoe got to play with high IQ guys. So it's only a couple of places where he can go where he can achieve that. This is what Zoe's thinking. It's going to be he wants to play with LeBron because LeBron's going to make the right play, or he's going to want to play in New York with Julius. Julius passes out the double team. Julius just averages 7-8 assists a game.
Or
the dude can play.
Wait.
All right.
Hornets. Hornets.
Man, you guys keep saying Charlotte ain't making no moves, bro. It's not happening.
Yeah, I agree. I know that's not happening. I'm just saying you gotta throw him in there because they want him thrown in there. They believe that bullshit.
Yeah, I think the Knicks will.
I'm checking their shit every day, and they're looking at shooting stretch fours, and they're looking at other shit. And a center. That's what they're looking for.
Oh, they got. I just seen sign and trade Jared Allen to Charlotte Hornets.
13-17. Who's winning?
Well,
for the 11th pick.
Hold on, what?
Really?
Hope they win. I hope they don't sell.
Who would be in that Jared Allen trade?
What?
Oh, you talking about the center from New Jersey?
Oh, they said the Jared Allen trade. They got
when I lose, I don't quit. That's them.
That 11th pick.
Trust me.
That 11th pick.
Trust me. When
trade.
we beat their ass, watch these niggas just act like they disappear. Goes gonna be like, bro, I need a smoke, bro.
Yes, indeed. So I think they trying to get Jared Allen. That's gonna be a real good look. I just read that not too long ago before I got on here.
So their next move is a stretch four.
Oh, well, what just happened?
Now they got stretch four, Miles Bridges.
What happened? Charlotte
you think Miles Bridges is more of an athlete?
No, it's in talks. It was just it's on the rumor. Don't get it wrong. I just read it on the Google shit though. That they looking to do the sign and trade Jared Allen with Cleveland, doing a sign and trade, giving them the 11th pick, and they get the second round pick back from Cleveland plus Jared Allen and plus next year's second round pick. So they get this year and next year's second round pick plus Jared Allen for their 11th pick.
There you go.
It was good, Dan.
Yo.
Yeah, Dave was good.
Yo.
Good, Dave.
Dave in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, talk up.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, the Knicks are looking at Sexton, bro.
Man, fuck Sexton.
Him,
Hey, y'all gonna have Quickly and Sexton.
Huh?
Y'all gonna have Quickly and Sexton.
Oh man.
Quickly and Sexton. I mean,
Julius would never see the ball.
It's gonna be hungry. I think they're just playing games, man.
Hey, but Sexton's a little pit bull though, man. He a little
the
red
next
nose
one,
pit.
everybody, bro.
Hey, yo, Flay, I got a question since you're a Knicks fan, bro.
Who, man?
Yeah. How you feel every time they inboard to fucking Julius Randle and you watching them dribble up the court?
How do I feel about them giving it to Julius and he bringing the ball up the court?
Julius running point.
He don't really do that like that no more. That was really under Fizz there mostly. They kind of slowed that down a little bit. But I mean,
like
to be honest with you, man, I'm not really feeling Julius Randle like that after that last performance. You know, so he really embarrassed New York. You know, and like I said, if it was under any other circumstances, I wouldn't mind them running his ass out of New York because you know. But I think they might have to pay him because just to make it look good on the organization. You know, the Knicks, they trying to build a competent organization. If they just let Julius go, it might be a bad look on the Knicks. It'll look like, you know, the Julius did get us back to the playoffs. You know, the Knicks was in hell for a while. You know, so he did.
Come on, Flight. Julius is doing his stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, what he did in the playoffs, man, they kind of just almost erased everything.
Nah, you guys. See, the thing is, you guys had inflated hopes, man. Julius is not the main option on a championship team. He's a good number two.
I know that damn right.
Right. It is a surprise that he was even in the playoffs anyway.
But he didn't even have a game. He didn't even have one good game.
He's not the number one option.
Oh yeah, once you in the playoffs, like you know, they zero in on your marquee player, and if you don't got somebody else to rock with you,
I understand that, but Julius, he embarrassed New York City.
They doubled Julius and forced him to shoot a fucking
So that's why I said
mid-range
all
jumper every
season
time.
long, I wasn't giving the Knicks my heart. I finally gave him my heart in the playoffs, and this motherfucker Julius, he fucked around and crushed it. Yeah, fuck Julius.
This is crazy. He didn't have one good game.
Yeah, man, he couldn't even get a good game.
That nigga went out there and dropped the egg. Huh?
Right, well, we put up a 50 piece and win one. Okay, we could hold on to something. No, it's like that. Okay, Julius put up 50. Yeah,
I can feel that. I didn't even watch that series.
That dude was second team all NBA, man. Like
and then Atlanta, we was favored to win that series. I don't know if people remember the Knicks.
That is true.
I think everybody slept on Atlanta like they slept on Phoenix.
Yeah, well, nobody expected Atlanta to do this. I didn't.
Shit, they got some players, man.
They're gonna have to pay John Collins too. I know we talking about Lonzo Ball a lot, but John Collins is in a similar situation to Lonzo. It's just John Collins is gonna get mad.
Those two would fit perfectly together.
Yeah, and it's crazy. John Collins wanted to trade. Remember that?
Yeah,
but they not.
A couple of months ago, we would have been able to see this. That's crazy, man. Their chemistry is great.
But there's a bright spot in New York right now, though, Flight. You know that, right?
Why?
Because they extended Leon Rose for 2 years.
They extended. What's the name? It was Rose or my man Perry. They extended Scott.
Perry. Yeah, Scott Perry. Yeah, they extended him, so they're about ready to make some big moves now, so he's comfortable.
Well, I hope so. Let's get it done. He did make the playoffs. I mean, he drafted Mitchell Robinson. I think he got Julius Randle. So he did do some decent things. It's just Fizdale, what's the name? Hired Fizdale. That's why he got fired. The other guy. I forgot Steve Mills.
Fizz was a good hire though, man. It just didn't work out.
Well, Fizz need to coach superstars.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he don't need to coach a young team. He need to coach a team on the cusp of winning. Like he does a team. He need to coach Miami when it's all said and done. After what's the name, get up out of there. But he'd be good to coach the Lakers if they end up firing. What's the name?
Vogel.
Yeah, Fizdale would be good to take over the Lakers, coaching LeBron and those superstars. He need to coach superstars, man.
So it's just over for Mark Jackson then, huh?
That's a lot of politics, man. I'll let y'all handle that. I mean,
I know the truth. I gotta tell the truth.
They said he got too much Jesus in him, man. That's all.
Man, because he'd be perfect over there for them Charlotte Hornets. You know what I mean?
They said he bring the church house to the locker room, and that's what happened.
Well, Mark Jackson made a mistake. They said Mark Jackson made his mistake by challenging same-sex marriage.
Yeah. They asked him if he wanted what's his name? That first the center. Yeah, they asked him if they want him to play for him. He's like, not on my team. Like, apparently,
I don't remember.
Apparently, that's the rumor.
Coach.
And then from there, he had an issue with one of the owners.
Yeah. You talking about Golden State owners, right?
Yeah, this dude. Yeah, he got into ownership with them, and then
he's gay. Yeah, he's openly gay. Yeah, that's right.
He got into it with the assistant coach, and I think his name was Collins or some shit like that. He came out publicly that he was gay. The
owner of the Golden State Warriors is gay. He's openly gay.
No, I know, but it was an assistant coach. His name was Collins. He played in the league. He had a twin brother.
Yeah, Derek Collins.
Yeah, whatever. He announced that he was gay.
Derek Collins.
And they asked him in the podium or whatever, like, what do you think about that? And then he said, I'm gonna pray for him. I mean, I gotta go back to that. That really happened. And everybody was giving his support and everything they asked him. He said, I'm gonna pray for him.
So BI, back to the topic. BI is on a mission in his own mind. He's on a mission of greatness. And if you just look at BI demeanor, he's kind of like he's comfortable in his own skin. Nothing moves him left, nothing moves him right. If he's not want to go in those directions, BI is comfortable in his own skin. So his spirituality has him feeling that whatever he's doing is correct. Without being offensive, you know what I'm saying? His spirituality has him feeling that whatever he's doing is correct, especially when it comes to basketball, because he feel that he's chosen to be great, and that's something that's good, to believe that. But on the other hand, what's the con? That's the pros, but what's the con on it is that gives him tunnel vision sometimes in crucial aspects of a game, especially in tight situations.
That explains the Chris Paul incident perfectly, bro. That's great.
So you have to execute. If you want to feel that you're going to be great, like when they crowned King James coming out of high school, the chosen one, you got to come through in the clutch, and you got to get your team in the playoffs. So you have to extend your team season. If you're not extending your team season, then you can't. It's no greatness there. Like Hoop Jargon said, that greatness comes with winning as well.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. Man, SMG Lonzo going to my Wizards, man. He tweaking.
Yes.
Now he talking crazy.
So it's very important for Lonzo to, okay, we did good for 4 years. Now we just got to go our own separate ways.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Nothing personal. B.I., you keep growing, and I'm going to keep growing. And hopefully I see you on the crossroads.
B.I. said it. B.I. said, I love to play with him, but I want him to do what's best for him and his family.
That's right.
He said it.
Because they know he's
Lonzo
going.
Ball is going. Brandon Ingram, he locked up with the Pelicans. So it's either he got to get traded. He locked up for at least the next 4 years, I think.
What's going to determine B.I. stay at the Pelicans is how he get along with Zion. If they can mesh.
They're going to use him for trade, baby.
Because all their all their eggs are with Zion. So can't
honestly,
forget that.
The perfect trade for B.I. and for B.I. to get up out of there would be for Ben Simmons. B.I. for Ben Simmons, man. Trade that.
That's interesting.
That would not work.
Oh, that would be work because the B.I. will shoot. B.I. will shoot and make his free throws.
The trade, I think the trade could work.
His free throws.
Yo, he would kill him there in Philly.
All them dudes need is a good coach, man. That's it. If they would have had a good coach this year, them niggas would have did some good things.
Nah,
they
man, your boy got exposed. They got exposed. You talking about Philly?
No, I'm talking about not Philly. No, I'm talking about the Pelicans.
If Zoe and Matt Gentry, the record would have been flipped.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying that's all it needs is the right coach. Because B.I. and them, like y'all did say, man, they're young, man. So it will come with experience and with the right coach, put them in place. Shit, Jordan didn't learn how to get over the hump till Phil came. Same with Kobe and Shaq. Kobe and Shaq were struggling, getting smacked by Utah till Phil came. Phil came, they started winning championships. So it take a coach, man. All that other bullshit, they've been having bad coaches their whole career.
Playing for Phil, you notice Phil's players he had, they were all high IQ guys. You had to be smart to be in that offense. And you had to have no ego because Kobe was going to take his shots.
They had to grow into those. If you want to make that comparison,
they got the right coach.
They had to grow because Kobe was taking a lot of these BI shots early in his career. To be honest,
shit, Kobe
looking people off, not passing.
Kobe took BI shots his whole career, but he was the best bad shot maker in the history of the game.
Not early on.
Were they bad shots or were they?
Oh, you talking
Kobe
about
shots?
Afro Kobe was lethal. So which Kobe you talking about? Number 8 or number 24?
Well, they both got the championships, so I don't know.
Exactly, because number 8 was way more explosive. He'll put his nuts in your face.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. He was younger. Yeah, that's young Kobe. I got the 8 jersey. I still have my 8 jersey. And when I travel, I put that 8 jersey on because you don't see him that often.
That number 8 was a monster. Number 24 was the more IQ.
Yeah.
Way smarter player.
Right.
Rave, you still on? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them separate, man. It's time to go their own separate ways, man. That's all. No, there's nothing.
Yeah,
Nobody
but that's gonna be the litmus test, though, Flight.
What?
Is how he get along with Zion. You know, because like I said earlier, the Pelicans was BI's team. And so when Zion came with the hype and he had that first game against San Antonio, the pendulum started to point towards Zion more than BI.
I mean, rightfully so. He's a more dominant player. I mean,
this is a question about the timeline. Were the Pelicans did they already know they would get Zion before the trade for BI was done? Because if so, they could have just been, let's say renting out the apartment to BI.
Yeah, I believe the trade happened first, and then they got the first overall pick, which everybody knew hands down it was going to be Zion.
Yeah, the trade happened right before the draft. The trade happened right before the draft.
So
I'm saying like the trade, not trade lottery, the draft lottery, or like when they get the odds to get the first pick.
Right.
They already knew they had the odds, right?
Nuh-uh.
All right.
That came after.
Yeah, man. Wow, that's crazy. I can't wait to see where Lonzo's going, man. You know
I mean, who besides Charlotte, realistically,
where Lonzo could go?
Charlotte. What's the best fit for him and why?
I would say the New York Knicks, man, because I feel like the Knicks is tailor made for Lonzo Ball. I think the roster is just perfectly built for him to come in and take over. You got lob threats that complement Lonzo Ball. You got shooters. They have to improve that, but you also have like I said, you got a go-to guy in Julius, who I think Lonzo could make him better, and I think the Knicks, if they're smart. Julius had to work for all his shots. Nothing was easy. You got to get a facilitating point guard in there to feed him the basketball. I think the Knicks are playing games with Lonzo Ball when you hear these reports that they're interested in other guards and stuff like that. I think the Knicks are going to make a player whoever's available to him first. If Lonzo Ball is available and they can get him, I don't think they're not going to try. I think the Knicks is trying to play games like, hey, we're going to offer you $20 million, just similar to what these other teams are offering you. But don't think you're going to come here and fleece us. Because, Rich Paul, he's a shrewd operator, so, don't expect one of them Draymond Greens or, some crazy shit like that. Rich Paul makes sure all his guys get money, So I think Lonzo going to get paid, but I don't think they're trying to probably cover their bases. Don't make it seem like they're so desperate. But I think they will make an attempt to sign him. But, that's the team I would say, but I wouldn't mind him going to the Hornets either.
All right, who's next?
I personally like the Bulls. I think him and Zach I think they could get far in the playoffs. And he'll have Vucevic to run the pick and roll with.
Okay.
Vuce?
I'm gonna pick a dark horse. Say the Celtics.
I like that.
And sign and trade.
Who they gonna give up? How's that gonna work?
I think they'll get back Kemba.
The Pelicans are dumb enough to do that.
You think they're gonna eat that contract? They ain't gonna eat that contract.
They want to run Nikhil and whoever the rookie point guard is as they're starting. Like they'll take Kemba. They're dumb.
Yeah. I think they'll look at Kemba as a
who
off-ball guard.
Celtics is his dark horse.
Yeah,
that could happen. They need a guard.
Off-ball shooting, pretty much a second shooting guard. That's what they want. The Pelicans don't really want a point guard.
I think they need a point guard.
Yeah, they're gonna have to give up Marcus Smart. He definitely got to be in that trade.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
and then they ain't gonna eat up Kemba Walker's. That's $37-40 million. That dude making it over the next couple of years.
No, Kemba already got traded. What are we talking about? Kemba on the OKC.
Oh yeah, he did get traded.
Oh, they could sign Lonzo straight up then if they wanted.
Oh yeah. Nah. I've always wanted the Celtics to start Marcus Smart. So even though I want Lonzo, I just want to see how that would work out. Because I feel like Tatum and Brown, they need a certain amount of touches that they weren't getting when Kemba was there.
Well, that's the same situation like BI. Those guys have been together. They haven't won it yet. You know what I'm saying? I think it's time for them. I mean, not that they're big too, but they need to try something new around there.
I mean, they haven't had a point guard that can get them easy buckets. Jason got to create every shot. Same with Jalen. And then most of their buckets are just from them too. If they have Zoe, they get easy buckets. Everybody else gets involved.
It'd be tough for me to watch Boston, me being a Laker fan now. That'd be tough.
Yeah, right.
if he goes to the Lakers, though, that's a chip. Him and AD would be crazy.
I just don't think David Griffin is going to want to let Lonzo walk for free. You know what I'm saying? So I know he's on the phone trying to work a signing trade with a team that maybe got some players, some draft picks that they want. And then he has to relate that to Lonzo because Lonzo has the power to go where he wants to go. You know what I'm saying? So I know David Griffin's a shrewd operator. Y'all know that too. You know that dude ain't gonna get that dude up for nothing.
Well, Dex, who you see out there who got something that the Pelicans would take, and Lonzo would like to go to that team? What team do you see have a piece that the Pelicans might want?
Now that Scott Perry signed that 2-year deal, I think he might be aggressive in pursuing Lonzo. And what I would give up is I would give them what's that, Knox? I would give up Knox and Quickly.
Well, you think they're gonna do a sign and trade with the Knicks?
Knox and Quickly.
That's what I would want to see.
But that ain't. I don't think. You think that them two contracts add up to that 20 million?
Maybe not. But they might bring in a third. They might bring in the third team.
They got 55 mil. They're signing him.
It doesn't have to
sign him outright. Yeah, they don't have to make no sign and trade. They can just sign them.
They could do another trade and get rid of them for someone else.
Exactly. So that what I would prefer for Lonzo. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you know, he might go with his brothers, but if he go to the Knicks, because see, I want to shut up the haters. That's what I want to do with Zoe, because I've been a Zoe fan. You know what I mean? For a minute. So if he go to the Knicks, right? Even though they made the playoffs last year, but if he goes to the Knicks and they get to the second round, do you know what that means? That would shut up all the haters.
That's why I said the Knicks, they need to take it step by step. Don't go for no Damian Lillard. I mean, you're gonna have to pay the house to go get him. They're gonna Portland gonna try to fleece the Knicks. I'm talking about all the players to pick everything. Just got everything we've been building.
And with Damian Lillard, they're not gonna win no championship.
Yeah, you're just gonna have him with cap space, Dame and cap space.
Hey, he's gonna have to go. This is how exciting those playoffs gonna be. He's gonna have to play against Trae Young, play against his brother. Woo.
If you get Dame with cap space, then next year's free agency got KD and all kind of other people harder than some more.
Yeah. Well, I know hard they're gonna stay, but they probably get somebody else. But that's probably what the Knicks might pick. They might want one Dame with cap space over young players and building step by step. It might be better to just have Dame and you got $70 million in cap space. A Dame could recruit to New York. You know, people got to come to New York.
I don't think that would be a wise decision. Like remember we shared this a while ago about Dame going to New York. You got to keep in mind that Dame is in a mindset of I'm a superstar. You follow what I'm saying? Only thing that separates me from Curry is rings. So he feels that he's on that type of level. And to play with a team that needs to be coached up, that's going to be hard for Dame, man.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna wait on RJ Barrett to figure this out. I'm not, I'm not finna do that. Otherwise, I might as well stay in Portland with CJ McCullough.
No, the only
At least
way
he already know what it takes.
The only way Dame would accept some shit like that if they already agreed, like somebody else is gonna come with him or something like that. He's not gonna just go out there by his lonely. That's what he's not gonna do.
Man,
who would come with him? Like, I mean, who you think would come with him? Pope.
The only trade Portland
that could put New York over the hump.
I mean, that's yet to be seen. Like I said, people right now. Yeah, see, Kawhi is out there. Klay Thompson is also out there.
You think Kawhi finna leave his home and go to New York to play basketball? When he get a Supermax?
Yeah, he ain't about to get a Supermax. He ain't leaving that $44 million.
He gonna get a Supermax wherever. No, he gonna get a Supermax wherever he go.
The Clippers can pay him $50 more million than anybody
else. And he at home. He ain't going nowhere, dude. That big old mansion, he ain't going nowhere.
No, he ain't gotta sell his mansion. That's what you think he gotta sell his mansion just because he go play for someone else?
Okay, but why would he leave the Clippers, who went to the Western Conference Final, to go to the New York Knicks, who got eliminated in the first round by an inferior team?
And let me tell you something. The only thing I can think of, and it damn near is valid, is that medical staff tried to put him back on the court, my guy. He don't like shit like that. Don't be playing with his health. He don't like that type shit. And he don't play that type shit neither. Hey, believe you me, he don't play that because he like you fucking with my career just for your little paycheck or whatever. But he fucking with my career, so y'all show me that I can't.
I think that was a Kawhi decision, though. I think that was Kawhi. He probably wanted to give it a shot.
He had a sprain and he went to another doctor and he had a tear, bro. Like, so that's a big deal. Like, hey, y'all can't trust what y'all telling me, man. But I mean, it ain't a super duper big deal. But hey, Kawhi is funny.
Right, it's a mixed diagnosis, exactly.
He funny like that. He might take that as a slight. He ain't. That house is gonna be his still.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard to leave your comfort zone to go to a whole nother region and to a lesser team.
He won a chip in Canada and didn't even look happy.
But that wasn't a lesser team because they was the number one seed the year before.
No, I'm saying he won it, didn't look happy. Like, why would he leave?
But keep in mind, though, the Toronto Raptors was the number one seed the year before with DeRozan.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
No inferior team. Okay.
No, I'm agreeing. I'm saying he didn't look happy. Why would he leave the Clippers? He didn't look happy.
And plus, that was forced. Oh, and that was forced. Remember, Kawhi didn't have a say so.
Kawhi don't. When have you ever seen Kawhi look happy? Huh?
I mean, he probably happier at home than in Canada or Portland or anywhere else.
Don't look happy.
Kawhi don't never look happy.
About in New York.
He probably happier than being at home.
You think Kawhi would rather play with Julius Randle and Damian Lillard?
No,
Paul George and Reggie Jackson?
No, he don't want that.
Yeah, hey, that's what I'm saying. You
think he wouldn't want that?
Yeah, he wouldn't want that.
No, I disagree with you, my brother. I humbly disagree with you.
All right, I wouldn't be surprised. Just know that. I wouldn't put it past
somebody just said who in the panel said that Kawhi would get an extra $50 million. Who was that said that? Because I don't see the names. I'm sorry. Who said Kawhi would get an extra $50 million?
Don't get no extra $50 million. What are you talking about?
That's what somebody said in the chat. I mean, on the panel.
That sounds ridiculous. They can probably pay him a little extra.
The Clippers can sign him more than anybody else can sign him.
That's fine, but that ain't nothing. We seen LeBron.
It's significant, a lot more money. Just look it up.
No, it's not significant. How much significant?
Look it up.
How much more?
But remember the team, but Pope, he might got some legs here because the team that have you can sign you more than any team that's trying to fetch you.
They got the bird rights to him, so they can sign him to the Supermax. Nobody can sign him to that much.
You guys are 100% correct. You guys are 100% correct. This is what people really like us, I guess, don't understand. Millionaires is millionaires, man. They ain't giving man. Listen, if they lose a few million, but what they believe in is what they believe in. So
Kawhi gonna do what Uncle Dennis say do, right? Kawhi gonna do what Uncle Dennis say do.
No,
right?
no. Uncle Dennis gonna do what Kawhi say do. You got it backwards. Uncle Dennis is one of them uncles that used to be on crack and shit, nigga. He gonna do it here. Yes, sir. Y'all better get it right for nephew. I'll fuck something up. Nephew, give me the word. Yeah, Uncle Dennis.
I think he's just gonna stay put. I think Kawhi's staying put. He's comfortable now. He got him two rings and an MVP. No, he got 2 MVPs, right? He got 2 final MVPs.
Yeah, finals.
Yeah, he got 2 final MVPs. So I think he's like, I'm good, man. I got the palm trees. I got the ocean when I walk out over the hills.
That ain't nothing new to him, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That ain't nothing that he grew up with that. That ain't it. And even when he was on Toronto, when he was on San Antonio, he still had that house in LA.
I mean, you don't have to go nowhere to train. You know what I mean? Like in the off season. I mean, not the off season, but like when it's time to go to the game and all that type of stuff, it's just right there. Everything is there. You know what I mean? His family there. You know, he's a family guy, so. You know, he drive his little. What is that? He drive a Tahoe or a Bronco or something.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Old ass truck, man.
I just wouldn't. Exactly. That's why I wouldn't put it past a guy like that. He ain't worried about leaving no millions on the table. He still drive an old ass truck. He ain't tripping. All right.
Yeah, he drive a Tahoe or something.
A guy like that.
Hey. I'll tell you what. Ain't no grown ass man with a family gonna have grandkids ain't thinking about his money. Y'all know that.
That's like he ain't got money.
Nobody gonna leave $50 million on the table. Chris Paul.
It's not $50 million he leaving on the table. They might consign him to $50 million, and everybody else going to sign him to $40.
Anthony Davis left what?
So over the 4 years, over 4 or 5 years, that's $50 million.
A lot of them did it. LeBron James, when Cleveland could sign him to the more than what he did, he went to the Heat. I said that before on the show.
Man. Come on, that's Cleveland.
I don't care. Because he still left a whole lot of money on the table.
They're leaving situations to way better situations. Like he's in a good situation to win.
Okay, what about Kevin Durant? He was just in a beautiful situation. Golden State could have gave him more.
But it was clear that he's not winning with Westbrook. It was clear. That was the personal thing.
I said Golden State.
But he was chasing something. He was already chasing something.
Man, Draymond called him a bitch to his face. I mean, he's no coming back.
Yeah, he gone. Yeah, he gone after that, man.
He got to his goal.
So y'all, so you gonna let that fuck with your money? So you gonna let that see? Which we talking here?
The Warriors couldn't pay him.
People don't leave that kind of money on the table.
But now you money on the table.
They don't have enough money to pay him a supermax.
Yeah,
yes, they did.
No, huh?
Kevin Durant was paying with a pay cut.
They paid Clay and they paid Draymond.
They were just going to go.
Yeah, Durant was on. Durant gave him a deal, right, when he went to go to State.
Yeah, he took less money. He was fine.
He took less money.
Yeah, him and Kyrie got together. They already made a plan.
Shit. Brooklyn gave him the supermax, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a little different. But I don't see Kawhi moving nowhere, man. I just see him. I'm home. I'm cool. I've been trying to get back home for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I did for the Clippers what nobody else in the history of that franchise had ever done. Right? I got them to a stage where they have never been before.
And if I didn't get hurt, we win the chip.
We win the chip. I agree. I definitely agree with that. So I think he might run that back. But it's a possibility that
how long is he out for?
We gotta give PG a new move instead of that damn lunging move he do all the damn time. That nigga be killing me, man.
They're hoping for the beginning of next season, but possibly the middle of the season.
Good point.
Yeah, it's a partial tear, right?
Yeah.
Man, he's only going to be out like a couple months, right?
Nah, he's going to be out 6 to 9 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's going to be out the whole season pretty much. So he could just leave the I don't know. He could do one of those 1+1s.
Now he's in a situation where he want to sign a long term because he is hurt.
Yeah.
So he got to have that security.
They probably give him 5 years, right?
Yeah.
His next contract will be 5 years.
The Clippers, that's what it is. The Clippers can give him 5 years. Everybody else can only sign him for 4. I think that's what it is.
So that extra year,
that
gives that. Yeah, okay, got you. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
But wouldn't the max money by that 5th year be higher that he could sign for a new deal than that actual fifth?
That last year, the max I think is $50 million.
And by that time, wouldn't the new max be something higher?
Chris Paul makes $44 million next year. So right there. Well, if he opts in, he makes $44 million.
By the time he gets that 5th year, depending on his health, he might not even be eligible for somebody to sign him because his health is shaky.
So I'm reading in the chat. Trey Y, he said Kawhi also out all year possibly. So that's how significant that injury is. It might keep him out all year next year.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm thinking he might want to go into free agency this season because he's going to miss all next season. That might drop his value.
That's why he's going to re-sign with the Clippers.
Yeah.
That makes the math easy.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense.
You think he'll do an extension? Players don't do those now.
No, he's due for a new deal. They got to re-sign him.
Okay.
So he's on this player option. If he opts in, he gets to $44 million. He's going to opt out and sign a new contract.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what he said. That's what he said at the podium after the playoff. He said, "I'm opt out. Most likely, that's the best. I mean, that's the smartest thing to do, and sign a new contract."
Which player are you talking about again?
Kawhi.
Oh yeah. I don't know what the hell he gonna do. I think he's fucking around. He's so unpredictable. But he can fuck around and turn free agency all the way up if he's talking about he want to leave.
Probably won't even say it, bro. Just be traded out of.
He's still gonna get the max.
Oh, for sure.
Team, that's Kawhi Leonard.
The Lakers.
You don't just lose all that talent, you know.
Please, someone tell me why I'm hearing the Lakers are looking into getting Russell Westbrook.
This is the dumbest shit on the planet.
Yeah.
That's just desperation.
I hate being a Laker fan, bro. No other fan base got to go through this shit.
Laker fans are a bunch of assholes. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, yeah. Laker fans is like they're in every trade talk for no reason. We could have no chance at getting a certain player if someone on TV is gonna say some dumb shit about how we could get him, and they'll offer some dumbass trade package on top of that. Like we don't know that's a stupid ass trade package, bro. It's the most. Oh my god.
Well, just like the Chris Paul thing, he have to drop what they said. We can only offer him $9 million, so he gonna leave $44 million on the table to come play for the Lakers for $9 million. Nah, it's not gonna happen.
No, they were talking about doing the trade. Kyle Kuzma, Dennis Schroeder, and Taylor Horton Tucker.
I'm really not believing this hype over THT. I'm sick of it. Laker fans piss me off.
They're doing that on purpose to try to draw up his value.
Bro, it was preseason. He was on Undisputed for 2 episodes. He was on First Take.
Yeah, they're talking about he untouchable.
Second coming.
I know what they're doing. They're trying to use him for something bigger.
They said the Lakers got a big 3 now. I had me sick. And they gonna get nothing for Kuz.
He's not all that, man.
I apologize, panel, for my the media's handling of the organization.
I do LeBron to have him on the next thing smoking.
They're driving his price up, and somebody else gonna snatch his ass up because he's an unrestricted free agent.
Yep.
They drive his price up all they want.
Yeah, but it's smart what they doing now, hyping up his stock value. That's what you got to do, man. It's business.
He only 20 years old, though. You see the promise.
They're trying to use him for the Dame trade, if they could.
I don't know who, but somebody needs to go for DM5.
Make it feel like they got a bigger trade than you think, and they don't. They're gonna fuck around and rob somebody.
Man, the only way Dame is leaving if Ben Simmons, and it's gonna be the Philly for Ben Simmons and some picks and whoever else. Nobody else got a star power like that. That who else can give Portland what they need for Dame? Even close.
Bradley Beal. If they're talking about Westbrook, Bradley Beal.
They ain't giving up Dame for Bradley Beal.
No.
I think it'd be more likely they give up CJ McCollum for Bradley Beal than anything.
Yeah, that'll be a good look because they playing in the USA.
Do they even have picks to give up for that?
Portland is just in a mess. I don't get them.
No, Portland got 12 picks. So I don't think they could really do that.
Like they paying Yusuf Nurkic like he's a franchise center for some reason.
Well, no, he was pretty good for like his first year of that contract, and he got hurt, and then it just went downhill.
Yeah.
They fucked up whenever they traded Gary Trent Jr. That was the stupidest trade to me. And like 2 games later, he drops 50.
Yeah, man. That sounds real good, man. This dude Ray was in there. He fucked around a lot. But listen, y'all, we're about to get up out of here, man.
For sure.
I appreciate y'all. Definitely join back in. I just had a great topic I wanted to bring to the people tonight. But I seem like y'all really liked it. So we'll keep the topics coming, but y'all take it easy out there, man. Y'all already know it's Flight Sports.
Blessings, brother. Flight.
You already know. Yeah, hit that like button. You know, most definitely hit that subscribe button. You already know it's Flight Sports TV. Take it easy.
Yes, sir. Flight Sports TV.